On that note, I want to talk about Los Angeles County and the voter rolls, because there's a big controversy and a big, something very, very sketchy going on. I'm going to break it down in a way that no one has yet. Very important. 118,000 names were omitted from voter rolls in Los Angeles County. This is a huge news because between Gavin Newsom and John Cox, I believe Gavin Newsom had like 280,000 votes and John Cox had like 180,000, in that realm. I don't know the exact numbers, but they were literally only 100,000 votes apart. 118,000 names were omitted from the voter rolls. That means that they were just missing. I watched a KTLA video, and in the video they made two different excuses, which really didn't make sense to me. Well, it's not that it didn't make sense, but they seemed to conflict. First, they said it was a digital error and some sort of glitch, computer glitch. And then they said it was a printing error. Which one was it? I'm just curious. I'm not saying that maybe they just misspoke or didn't explain it very commonly, but was it a computer glitch, or was did the printer mess up, or was it a computer printer glitch? That's what they said happened. It was a computer glitch. But here's what they also said. They said, don't worry, it didn't affect the election because they let people vote with provisional ballots, and then they said they counted all the provisional ballots. But here's how they can potentially cheat this election. Listen up, because nobody's really put this together, and I have. And I'm not saying, I don't know who's doing what, because LA County, they have a lot of liberals too. So if you're a Democrat or whatever, this applies to you. 118,000 voter rolls left off. They said that they counted all the provisional ballots, and they don't check IDs. They've admitted on the voting website that they don't check identification. You don't need identification to vote in California. That's just according to their own website. So if somebody comes in and their name is not on the voter roll, they should not be allowed to vote. You're not allowed to vote unless you're registered to vote, unless you're a citizen. So even though they don't check ID, you're supposed to be on the voter roll. Here's where they get you. Here's where they totally, kind of snuck one past everybody this election. They said that 118,000 people were omitted from voter rolls, but then they said, no, we counted those votes because they voted on provisional ballots, and then we counted them. But they never said that they checked the provisional ballots to see who was an actual registered voter with the computer glitch and who wasn't. So basically KTLA, in their video, I don't know if this is true, they're basically saying that they counted all of the provisional ballots, which doesn't make sense because that means I could go in and vote, say my name is, John Franklin, make up a name that doesn't exist on the voter roll, put it in the provisional ballot, and then according to them, they counted it because they made a mistake with the voter rolls. So what this basically means, and I don't know if they're really going to do this for the main election or that they did this for there, but this is what I took from it, is basically by saying that there's a computer glitch or having a computer glitch, they justify counting all of the provisional ballots. And that makes absolutely no sense. So if you're following what I'm saying, I'm going to explain it again, try to make it even simpler. You're not supposed to count votes that aren't registered and people that aren't that. You're not supposed to count provisional ballots that aren't connected to a registered voter. But if there's a computer glitch and then you use that to count all of the provisional ballots because you don't want to leave registered voters off, you're then going to count, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of illegal votes, people. So what they said doesn't make sense, and really keep an eye on that for the main election because 118,000 names, it's a big chunk of names, and it's just in LA County. And what's going to happen if they do this again? Are they going to go through all of the provisional ballots and check those people should be counted and these people shouldn't be counted, or are they just going to use that as an excuse to count all of the provisional ballots? So a lot of people who are saying that they're going to cheat are saying, anomaly, what they're going to do is they're leaving people off the ballot, so they're not counting their votes. I personally, I don't know exactly, and I'm not accusing anyone because I have no idea what they're doing, but I think the exact opposite. I don't think they're going to, if that happens, or if that did happen, I don't think they're using it as an excuse to not count those votes. I think they're using it as justification to count more votes and to count all of the provisional ballots in any ballot. Because if you mess up the voter rolls and you feel bad and you feel like you have to count the votes, now you're just approving votes that probably should have never been approved in the first place. So, once again, I just want to say, very, very interesting. 118,000 names were omitted from voter rolls in Los Angeles County. They said that they corrected the error by counting provisional ballots, but that then means that they counted provisional ballots that maybe shouldn't have been counted. So they really didn't explain well what they did or how it made sense. And I just want to say, for the main election, for the sake of Democrats and progressives and conservatives and liberals and independents, people deserve some answers, and people deserve something that makes sense, rather than just like, oh no, we left them all off or we counted them all. Because if you count all ballots from people who vote on provisional, if they're not signed up to the voter roll, how do you truly know if their name was omitted or not? Are you just going to mass count them all? Or are you going to leave them off? Just what I thought, and very interesting stuff. And I think anybody that is concerned with fair elections should just keep an eye on that. But overall, good luck to Gavin Newsom and John Cox in the main election. Hopefully whoever wins is an authentic person who actually cares about the city and will, put policies in place that will really improve the cities of, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and all of the hardworking people all across California. And most of it is red. I mean, the coastal cities are blue. They always vote blue, but San Diego voted red. Most of the rural cities voted red. There's a lot of people who are upset one way or another. So I hope whoever wins really cares about people and makes an effort to, make life better.